Hi everyone, I'm Shubham and welcome back to my channel Lost in Canada. What's happening in Canada? Well, cars are being stolen. That's what's happening in Canada. So car thefts are on a rise. They have been, like, the numbers have been climbing up since 2022. And if you live in one of the big metropolitan areas in Canada, like Montreal, Toronto, Vancouver, you're probably aware that this is happening, and this is happening on a very large scale. Cars are being stolen, especially the smart cars, the new ones, with the more tech savvy structure in them. Those cars are getting stolen. Like, those are the hotspots for thieves. And honestly, like, the cars that are getting stolen, they're not even being circulated anywhere in the continent. They are being found in places like Dubai, Middle East. I don't know if India, but probably somewhere in India as well. So it's crazy. And that just raises a lot of questions on what are we doing? Like, what's the federal government doing to stop them? What's the local government doing to stop them? What about the docks, where the cars get transported and then shipped? Is no one checking the containers? Like, what's happening? So Poilievre, the opposition leader, has been asking a lot of questions, basically grilling Trudeau over this. And as usual, Trudeau doesn't really have an answer. He just spins it, loops you in, and then gives you a generic answer that we are doing more for the people. What's your plan? That's basically it. But almost 2 years, no real steps have been taken to avoid or to even counter car thefts. So let's watch a video. Let's watch the video, I think, during the question period where Poilievre asks Trudeau on what he's doing, what he's really doing on all these car thefts. And let's react on that.
Mr. Speaker, our priorities are clear. We're going to axe the tax, build the homes, fix the budget, and stop the crime. Stop the auto theft that has run rampant under this Prime Minister. He's now throwing a cape over his back, claiming that he's the hero on auto theft, but it's actually tripled in Toronto, and it's up by 100%.
One thing that I love about Poilievre is that he knows what he's talking about. Like, he's clear in his mind. He's got the facts. He's a very good speaker. I'm not 100% sure about his leadership qualities yet. We'll probably see that in the coming years, but he's a good speaker.
In Montreal, after he brought in catch and release and house arrest for car thieves, and after his incompetence allowed our ports to spin out of control and our cars to be exported to overseas crime and terror networks. Why doesn't he reverse his policies instead of another meeting?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, this is a serious situation. Canadians are concerned about this. And the Conservative leader just chooses to whip out his empty slogans and continue to blame everyone while we're getting to work. We're pulling together stakeholders and leaders from across the government to look at what more we can do. We've seen successes. CBSA agents have intercepted over 1,600 stolen cars last year in 2023, but there's more to do. We're going to continue to make the steady work and investments necessary to keep Canadians safe and to keep crime down.
See, the same generalized, or not generalized, let's say generic answer that he already has in his mind for almost everything. He didn't really answer the question at all. He just, he just spun it. That's how good Trudeau is. I mean, bad for Canada, but, good for Liberals.
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Keep crime down. Crime is way up. Violent crime is up 40% under this Prime Minister. And today he had his ministers hold a big press conference as their solution. And in it, they put out a press release that said, and I quote, "In 2022, approximately 9,600 vehicles were stolen in the Toronto area alone, representing a 300% increase since 2015. End quote. What happened in 2015?
See, the way that he talks, and then, the sarcasm that he adds in between, that's That's good to listen to. That's good to watch to. And it's very healthy, to see the debate that's happening between the opposition leader and, Justin Trudeau. But again, as I said, not really sure about how Poilievre would be a leader, because honestly, I just don't know how he would do that. But the way he talks, the way he poses a question, that's really good to see. And yeah, Justin Trudeau, who was there in 2015.
I know he happened, Mr. Speaker. How can we make
Yeah.
him unhappen and stop the crime?
I think one of the major driving force towards all the polls leaning towards Poilievre is simply because he's a good talker. Like, he talks with facts. He knows what he's talking about, and he just doesn't, beats around the bush. He knows what to talk and what to answer. Trudeau, on the other hand, doesn't really.
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
But it's fun to watch.
In 2015, Stephen Harper presented a budget that had slashed funds for policing, slashed funds for CBSA officers, slashed funding for Veterans Affairs Services, and we were there to clean up the mess, to cut taxes for the wealthiest 1%, lower them for the middle class, to support families, to start moving forward on gun control in real ways while the Conservatives cozy up to the American gun lobbies. We've continued to step up and keeping Canadians safe. Let them bring assault weapons back to our streets. We'll keep Canadians safe.
I love the theatrics. Like, you probably noticed that when Trudeau was talking and he basically got hyper, and his hair started, vibrating off his head. And I love the theatrics. Like, at the same time when he was talking, like, the whole liberal folks behind him just got up and were like, yes, we do. That's good. That's really good. But not enough. Wow.
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Wow, is he ever losing control of himself? Oh my goodness. Screaming and hollering like that. Mr. Speaker, it's his press release that says that in Toronto, auto thefts are up 300% since he took office. His solution is to hold a summit. He held a summit on food prices. Food prices went up. He held a summit on housing. Housing costs doubled. How much is crime going to rise after all the bigwigs go to his summit?
See, clear-cut question. Of course, he added the sarcasm towards the end. But yeah, let's see what
The Right Honourable Prime
Trudeau
Minister.
has to say.
Speaker, the leader of the opposition has trouble believing that we would actually include real facts in our press release, something he and the Harper government never did for years. Yes, Mr. Speaker.
It is a fact, 300% up. It's a fact, but then it happened in your government, so probably you should answer the question why?
There is a real challenge around auto theft in this country, and our solution is to roll up our sleeves, pull together partners from across the country, and get to solving it.
Well, I really like the idea of pulling up your sleeves and get to solve it, but why did we arrive to this? Should we ask that?
Solution, throw his hands up in the air, blame a raft of political attacks on us, and continue to see that he's not putting forward any real solutions, Mr. Speaker.
Toronto Sound. So this was good. This was entertaining. Everyone had questions. Well, Poilievre had questions, but Trudeau unfortunately didn't really know what answers to say or even what to say. So that's good. Trudeau is holding on to his no fact answer reply. So that's good. Well, not good for Canadians, but good for Trudeau and the Liberals. Well, not good for Liberals as well. Just good for Trudeau. Fortunately, I've never had any experience in Canada where my car was stolen. So, well, I mean, there's a lot of Canadians who can, but hopefully it doesn't happen. Hopefully the the federal government takes necessary steps to stop it, basically do their jobs. So fingers crossed. Let's see what more comes on this topic. But please let me know how you like this video. If you have any concerns, questions, please use the comment section below. Leave your comments, and well, more reacting videos are coming on their way. And thank you for coming and sitting with me, watching Trudeau get embarrassed again. Until next time, take care.